Russian President Vladimir Putin says he wants U.S. President Donald Trump to be his guest in Moscow, an idea that the White House welcomed despite lingering criticism over the Helsinki summit. The Russian leader said on a visit to South Africa for an economic conference that appropriate conditions were required in both countries for another summit to take place, an apparent reference to a political uproar in the United States last week after the two men met. The White House said Trump was enthusiastic about another summit. Trump has said he wants to improve ties between the two nuclear powers, whose relations have dipped to a post-Cold War low in recent years. President Trump looks forward to having President Putin to Washington after the first of the year, and he is open to visiting Moscow upon receiving a formal invitation, White House spokeswoman Sarah Sanders said in a statement. Donald Trump says Russia doesn't want him in charge and will root for the Democrats in November. Trump was criticized at home for failing to confront Putin publicly over Moscow's interference in the 2016 U.S. election, and for seeming to contradict his own intelligence agencies on the threat from Russia. The White House said no agreements were reached in the one-on-one meeting with Putin other than having national security teams meet. Russia is under punitive sanctions imposed by the United States and the European Union and wants them lifted. Putin said on Friday, "We need for the appropriate conditions to exist, to be created, including in our countries, for more U.S.-Russia summits." Putin went on to say Russia was ready to greet Trump in Moscow. "Be my guest. He has such an invitation," I told him that, following the backlash in the United States over Trump's cordial public tone with Putin in Helsinki. U.S. and Russian officials backed away from Trump's proposal to schedule a follow-up meeting in Washington. U.S. intelligence agencies concluded last year that Moscow waged an influence campaign to help Trump win the White House by hacking into Democratic Party computers and using fake social media accounts to denigrate Democratic candidate Hillary Clinton. Trump has repeatedly denied his campaign colluded with Russia and on Friday denied knowing in advance about a 2016 meeting his son Donald Trump Jr. and other campaign staff had at Trump Tower with a group of Russians who offered damaging information on Clinton.